Hey there, and welcome back to Monster Train 2. Have you ever noticed, maybe this is just me, have you ever noticed that Baldur's Gate 3's icon on the desktop is extremely close to Monster Train 2's? The number of times I have accidentally opened Baldur's Gate 3 trying to open Monster Train 2 is, it's more than once, which is more than I would have expected. So, anyway, it is after Monday. I'm sure everyone has questions about how I'm doing, right? So I will give an update. I wanted to hold this recording until such a point that I knew the answer to it, given that I had such ominous news on my, I think, Sunday recording. But basically, I have found out that I survived the layoff. It was a bloodbath, though. I had a feeling that I would be okay based on my current position. I gave it like 3 and 4 odds, basically, that I would be okay. Those factors did come into play. I'm easy to move to other tasks. I have a lot of just general value that I think it would be too hard to justify cutting me. So I survived. A lot of my coworkers didn't, and we will see the repercussions of this. I am It's bittersweet because on the one hand it's good to still have a job, right? Obviously. And I also like my job, so it would be nice to keep it. So this is all positive, but the damage to the overall projects and the contracts cannot be understated. I debate whether these contracts are even functional. I don't actually think that requirements can be met with the current status, and I think they're going to have to, like, they, as in NASA and the contract owners, are going to have to change the contracts. I don't know. I think that it's so massive of a sweeping cut that I don't know how NASA survives in a world with this much reduction of investment. I think it actually is killing the agency. I don't know what that means in, the next 3 years. Gosh, I have to keep going through this for so many years. I don't know how this is going to pan out, but I can't see it being good. And that's about as much as I'm going to say on that. I mean, we're all here to play Monster Train. Let's do that. But yikes, let me tell you what. I hope beyond hope that someone looks at this, someone with the ability to looks at this and goes, "Hey, this is stupid," and then just reverses course on it, right? It's one thing if you want to adjust down the agency's funding by a little bit. Every president tweaks it a little based on their current beliefs and how convincing NASA scientists and just science community in general can be, but this is this is a cut that is just obscene. Yeah, This is beyond obscene. This is a reduction to a level that we have not seen since before we went to the moon, like in the '60s. It's just unreal. So it has the unfortunate consequence of basically I don't see how contracts can function at this level, basically. And I'm only seeing the contract on my side. I can't even imagine how something like, geez, I don't know. I'm trying to think of some other projects like the Gateway. What happens? That's gone. I guess it just has to go away. How does that function? How can we even ensure that human spaceflight at all is safe anymore? All of the people with expertise on that are gone. So I don't know. Anyway, incredible. What a week for me. I am having an unbelievably stressed out week, and it's Tuesday, I guess. My last week was also bad. I don't even know what's going on. It's a terrible time to be dusk. We'll put it that way. What are we doing? Let's play Monster Train, right? That's why we're really here. We're going to play Eka. So my goal here is we're kind of just cycling through these champions. I am delaying as long as possible moving into the Monster Train 1 champions. You may ask why. The answer is that I'm very excited about the upcoming patches. Patch singular, I guess. The roadmap shows a whole bunch of patches, obviously, but the first one has what I You have to kind of read between the lines because they don't intentionally spoil the Monster Train 1 clans, but it seems very clear to me that they're talking about a revamp of a large portion of the Monster Train 1 clans to kind of bring them up to Monster Train 2 design philosophies and combat requirements. I think, by my understanding, these clans have been sort of just brought over as is in most cases, with some very small number tweaks. And maybe they're functional, but I'm not very excited about that. So what I want to do is I want to hold out so that I'm able to see these new clans, these old clans, like new clans with fresh eyes. So that's the plan. So we're currently cycling through crowns that we haven't done to make some progress here. Which means I've done Luna Banished, I've done Luna Pyreborn, I could do Lazarus, or I could do Under Legion. I think we'll probably do Lazarus because it is a gold crown, which means I need to add the Titans to it. Yeah, we'll do that. Also because I did Under Legion last time, and that seems reasonable. Cool. All right, so we move on to Eka. We choose Lazarus. Do I care about default or exile here? It's a really good question, right? I'm thinking about it. I personally like erratic assistants because they're fun, and I like equip triggers, and pincushion having some value really does help the clan. But I think if I'm being honest, the possibility of what are the incant options here? The only incanter on this clan is Eka herself, so I'm not really too worried about Secret Ingredients double incant option. But I do think that the scaling Secret Ingredient offers, I think I'm just going to pick Secret Ingredient. I think you can go either way on this. Both of them feel good to me, though. It also doesn't affect the crown at all, so we'll just take Secret Ingredient and see how that goes. Cool. All right. So as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. These things are super cool and important to me. Even if I had lost my job, I don't think YouTube could have ever sustained me in any fashion whatsoever. So I'm glad I don't have to resort to that. But, you know, these things, they matter, I guess, right? So fair enough. Anyway, let's play this. Incredible. Clicking the buttons, yes. I will say, if you want to discuss this with me at any greater length or at any greater extent whatsoever is what I mean to say, you can find me on my Discord server. I'm pretty active most times of the day. It's something I can kind of just be tuned into a little bit without risking anything important. Like, I can do it while working, no problem. Happy to chat more with anyone who's interested in that stuff, about anything, pretty much. So, anyway, let's get into it. Hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing not great, but I think you knew that. I'm happy to play Monster Train, though. That's great. It'll be nice little diversion for an hour and a half to 2 hours. So incredible. So let's get into it. Today we are default Luna, default Lazarus. We're facing Dominion Seraph. Okay. We have Siphon Archean and Spike's Kale. I think Siphon Archean and Spike's Kale are probably the scariest of their two respective bosses. Vampiric Kale with the lifesteal, he really has a scary couple waves, but beyond that is not too bad. I think he's dicey though. It's easy to get those zealots pumped to obscene numbers and just lose if you're not careful. Siphon Archean, I think, is definitely the threat in my opinion. Yeah, and then Pyre Hunter is, like, fine. You're going to take a couple hits and that sucks, but I don't think it's generally too terrible. It's more of a risk. Archean's not killing you, but the risk is throwing your later rings potentially into question. So, and then Dominion Seraph, I think, is, I don't know, I think all of the Seraphs are pretty close. I personally have the most trouble with Entropy, but I think Dominion and Savagery are both tough. So, I don't know. Anyway, we have the weakest Pyre Heart, I'm pretty sure. Heart of the Pact. This is a good ability that sometimes comes into play, but the problem is that it got nerfed so much in stats from the demo, right? It was constantly being used in the demo because it was really good, right? So now the stats are awful, and because of that, you're at such a risk in the early game, and your late game with the Titans is also at risk. Half the time you're not even proccing its ability, so it's really just a huge nerf. We have Gravity, which is an incredible spell. Big fan of that. Intrinsic Gravity lets me overstack top pretty comfortably. We have Overworked Assistant, another incant unit I did forget about a little bit, but we're doing okay. We're happy about that. The unit is good. And then we have Silent Sentinel, who is not great. He's fine. At least he does some damage. I don't know. This is a very low damage setup in the early game, but it is tanky. I think it's going to be reliant on secret ingredients and overworked assistance to get through the early game. Odie's Totem is absolutely not it. We do not have the Ember to support this. I do not have equipment cards, but I think it is attuned Whetstone here. Bummer. No impact from our starter is a high-risk opening. We don't see Incant, which I wouldn't have taken here anyway. We see Moon Cycle, which is probably the best bet. Generally speaking, I think Moon Cycle is strongest in the early game if you have nothing that really supports anything else. No phase control, so we'd have to play, what, mid-floor on Silver Empress? Yep. Yeah, I think this has to be Moon Cycle, even with no phase control whatsoever. Okay, we'll take it. If I don't see anything that leans into this in the later parts of our setup in the early game, I will just have to throw her away, and that'll be okay. This is Dominion's Preservation with, we have Yorail. I could maybe jank something together with Gravity, pulling an extra unit upstairs. That could potentially cinch this for us. We have some options there. So, okay. I could also put Sentinel in front and then use his ability to tank this Mark of Invasion. I think we can get away with this. Basically, the question is, does this kill me? And I do not think it does. Yeah, it's Sentinel, Eka upstairs. We Shield Steward middle, one bottom. Okay. Draw order matters a lot. I do think we are going to ascend the Shield Steward up, right? That's pretty big. We're going to look here. Unstable is pretty great. Now, do I take this 3 or do I address the next floor? I think I will address middle here. We'll look in the secret ingredient again. I did learn, by the way, if you pick one, this is something I didn't know, but mechanically, if you pick a secret ingredient type, a mix type, it will never be shown in the next mix, right? Fascinating. So this means we never could have seen blue again. Interesting. Anyway, we take 3 damage here. It should be okay. I think this is acceptable. Alright, we could heal a bit. I think we are going to just witch weave out these guys here. Overworked Assistant can live downstairs. Actually, I want the Spear Steward to live downstairs. I think we can win this pretty comfortably by... yeah, reanimate, spam upstairs. Yeah. We'll plan for this coming up. May as well play the Overworked Assistant out. That's fine. Sure. Okay. I do get another Ascend, which is interesting. Huh. I think we want to ping out the healer downstairs. This guarantees that we're not at super risk of seeing too much damage here. We're going to take hits. Let me be clear. We will take hits. Our floor is not that durable. Random heals upstairs is fine. I could elevator this guy up, but unfortunately he would have a no unstable active. I could bring up another guy, which is interesting. Bring him up instead. I may as well play him out, at least. They do 6 damage, which I don't hate. How do we feel about this? We're taking... Is there any way I can push 26 damage here? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm going to take random heals on this floor. I think that's acceptable. There's no good Ascend right now. Bringing up Overworked Assistant is fine, but I'd rather him just do 3 damage down there. I'll hit the Secret Ingredient. Spikes is pretty good. We're going to save our heal to make sure that we max out upstairs. Yeah, I think we're alright here. I'm not going to hit my own units. I think that would be wrong. Let's let this chill. Okay. Alright. Now, first order of business. I think we do much better if I prevent... Let's see, I would like to incant on middle here for a few reasons. I'd like to force these guys to explode. So let's do our secret ingredients here. Reanimate is big. More reanimate. Keep clicking these. Reanimate 5 is also still big. Great. This pushes a large number of move damage through. I can double heal in front, which buys extra turns here. Or I can ping out the healer. Going over 15 forces some rage to decay, which I actually do like. And that is probably pretty good. Okay. Yeah, it forces it to decay by 1, which I appreciate here. The man explodes. That's great. Let's continue to Secret Ingredient. Every reanimate is a free turn in Relentless, which I really appreciate. I could just kill him myself and prevent him from gaining rage altogether, which is not a bad idea. We're not playing the Spear Steward here. I can ping in back. That's not right. I could ping upstairs. That's not right. He dies anyway. I'm going to just blast him myself here, which forces the rage to tick down. Upstairs, we take the 1 random heal, and then we let this go. We should win this pretty confidently, right? Once I actually click my cards. Yeah. Once you click Silent Sentinel, this rando Spear Steward does great work. I think we just play this out, and it's like we have it on the regenerate and everything, so fine. Alright, we're out. See, this is like... Getting past the Eka opener is pretty critical. I think the Ascend here is clutch. I also think the just stacking Secret Ingredient is pretty clutch. Yeah, it's good stuff. We take 10, it's not ideal. Okay. A proper ping is very beneficial here, but I also really love Moon Pixie, just in general. It's a really good card to slot on a Moon Cycle floor. I'm going to grab the Pixie here. I wish there was single. If this were Meddler, I'd be even happier, but I don't think Silver Strike can be it. We have no phase control. I'm going to take the Pixie. It's fine. Sanguine Assistant is very good. I really hate the extra Calcified Ember because thanks Monster Train, but I need this here, I think. I would like a Luna Banner, so we will be going to the Luna Banner. I think we have all the best picks on the steel side anyway. Smidge Stone, Large Stone, okay. Okay, Lunar Priestess, great. I realize Astrologer is kind of the ideal target for a Moon Cycle build, but without Lunar Priestess, I don't think we even have a Moon Cycle build. So that's fun. Large Stone, Smidge Stone, Silent Sentinel is pretty funny because my man now has 90 health but 1 space, which seems pretty good. And that also lets me do Priestess, Sentinel, and Pixie on the floor, which I really value. So we're going to do Sentinel big. and Sentinel small. I'm going to take the Conduit and put that on Pixie here. We'll save this for a potential dualism later. And we obviously can't afford to buff Lunar Priestess with plus 20 health, but that's okay. We move on. This should pretty confidently get us through Ring 2 at this point. I really hate this combat, but we can afford to get around this a bit with Unstable and some other tools. This should be good. Lunar Priestess. Eka, great. I still afford myself the ability to elevate her if we see it. Great. Overworked Assistant is a fantastic draw on turn 1. We just incant a whole bunch. We obviously don't get the explosion on this turn, which is a bit of a bummer, but that's fine. We get Pixie, which is great. I'll take Pixie upstairs. We'll begin the moon cycle efforts. Big fan. I will Vampire's Tooth in front here. I will incant once downstairs. It blows up downstairs entirely. I will take... Should have incanted on bottom floor, if I'm being real with you, but fine. Sure, this is acceptable. Top floor is the scariest here. We should be able to address all of the real scary units, yes. Other Overworked Assistant can chill. Top floor is cleared. Great. Continue to Moon Ritual. It's good. We also have a large stone guarantees this early game as well in a very strong way. I'm going to play out the Calcified Ember. I am going to incant downstairs. I think it's good. We take the 1 here. Okay, this looks like it could get there eventually, which is great. Continue to incant upstairs. The Witch Weaves are huge now, which is good, but I will actually just... Let's see, we'll play out Spear Steward. It does something here. Is Rage ever what we want here? Not really. I think I'll play it out just to get rid of it. Then we will incant a couple times. I think it's always going to be sap, and then I wish to lean into, like... I was looking for melee weakness here, but this will do. Cool, we get out. Easy. Alright, we have it. Okay. At this point, I don't need to do anything too fancy. Just play the Vengeful Shards and chill, I think. I will... He's got Titan Skin, which means it's not reasonable to actually stop this ping from happening, so nothing really changes here. Whatever. I will look for melee weakness. Good. We chill, I think. You can't really play around hoping to hit the heart of the pact every time, but we easily get out of this, thanks in large part to... Here, I can even do... Wait a second. Spell weakness, and then we blast him for... Haha! 43! It's not too bad. Cool. Okay. I think we can form a meaningful run out of this now that I have Tiny Man in front who can tank for me. I'm looking for... Okay, we don't see Meddler, which is a bummer. I will take Bloody Moon here. I could Silver Strike, but I actually really love plus 10 Bloody Moon in general as a concept. It's Alive is a pretty decent card. I do like damage buffs. This will be on Sentinel, which is not my ideal choice, perhaps, but Lifesteal stacks is decent. Another Calcified Ember is tough. I don't know. I think we'll grab It's Alive. The advance is not a bad idea. This is a decent steel shop. I think I will go. Arm shop, I don't think we have the things we need to hit here. Titanite, Smidge Stone, I mean, also very good stuff. Selene Acolyte is potentially it, as far as payouts here go. If I'm going to get this floor to work, it's what? Eka, Sentinel, Priestess, and then I have to Smidge Stone the Acolyte. And we have to put health on Pixie to hopefully elevator it. Yeah. Then we look for an intrinsic. It's a bummer not getting a dualism on Pixie, though. Let's see. Who else could get it? Priestess doesn't have to be on floor, but she needs to stay alive, is the part of the problem. So I think Acolyte is the play here. It's a payout, and with Priestess, I can guarantee ending or starting the attack phase in full moon. I'll take it. Okay, now, this does weird things. How important is the smidge stone here? Not terribly. The main thing I have to think about is if I re-roll on this dualism. The real bummer is if I re-roll on this, I can't afford the top upgrades, which I really want to put on Lunar Priestess. 40 gold. If I re-roll on this, I pretty much have to re-roll off the top here. Or else I can't guarantee that I can afford whatever a big upgrade we get. And there's 3 good hits. There's 2 bad hits, right? How many are there? There's what, 7, I think, of everything? Yeah, so there's 3 good hits, 2 bad hits. We're seeing 2 decent hits here. So the 3 good hits are multi-strike, quick, and dualism, all of which are great. Quick is good for her because, or the Acolyte, because this means that I no longer am threatened by backlines immediately. Problem, of course, is I'd also love to do this on a lower floor, but alas. What else? Okay, so the other element of this, multi-strike's obviously good. Endless is not helpful here. And then Large Stone is the last one, which I guess I would take. So I think we do re-roll this. I really love money here, huh? This is the moments where it's like I really wish I had Pyreborn for some economy. This is such a good shop that the decision is between getting the value or not. I think we skip on the small upgrades because as much as I want them, I need. I'll see them in any steel shop, right? Right. Yeah, I think I have to skip them and we re-roll and take whatever we're shown. Yeah, I think that's it. This is a toughie. I would be interested in your all's thoughts on what you would do here. Right? What do you upgrade? You could safe take the Smidge Stone on Selene Acolyte. That is good, except it guarantees getting her on the floor. I could, however, just take space. Is the quintessential consideration I haven't thought of here or talked about. I could just take space and not play games with gravity. I think I'm re-rolling. I'll take Quick on her. It's fine. Quick Acolyte is one of the ones I was talking about. Okay, we'll take it. Alright, fair enough. I'm going to go into the alcove now. Bone Dog. Can I protect Bone Dog? It's a really good Bone Dog. Let's be clear, this is a really good Bone Dog because Heart of the Pact has low base health. This improves a few things. It improves Pyre health. It improves... Yeah, it improves Pyre health a lot, which improves the Pyre Remains benefit. I also think it's early enough that we can benefit from this. This is a pretty good Bone Dog. I'm taking him. I think we can easily get more than 25% value out of this, which is great. I wish I could upgrade him, but fine. So, do you dupe Bone Dog? Maybe. Maybe, right? Okay, so the angle here is Silent Sentinel, Eka, Lunar Priestess, for sure must be played. And then I will Selene Acolyte middle, and we'll hopefully get literally any unit that we can put on this. Right? In front of it, anyways, what I mean? Great. Yeah, Shield Steward. Cool. Let's play this. This is Scion of Savagery here. I wish I could do the Ascend. Theoretically, it is no way I can do it here. Yeah, so we tank on the assistant upstairs, and I'm going to ascend the healer here. It kills it, but I remember this is Siphon, and Siphon is going mid-floor next. I want to reduce one of the possible slays while still benefiting from this. Should be okay. Okay. We get the Vampire's Tooth, which is going upstairs for sure. I'm going to put the Shield Steward downstairs to bait the boss. We ping out one downstairs. It's important. We don't have full moon, but we could. And we will. I mean, I will click it, right? There's no reason not to. This gives me sweep, which is, you know, it is what it is. I'd like to get Bone Dog upstairs. I will click mix here. Rage is pretty decent. I'll take it. We're maxed out here, doing okay otherwise. Sure, so that means I'm going to double tap downstairs. Slays don't matter here, so we're not going to mess around. Okay. Bone Dog is active. Bone Dog must be saved. Now, how do we approach this? Bottom floor is obnoxious. I would like to... Yeah, we definitely Moon Ritual here. I would like very much to Overworked Assistant and then Secret Ingredient. We're looking for a damage shield. Rage 8 will do. How much do I care about this Overworked Assistant exploding right now? It doesn't actually benefit me at pretty much at all. Double heal middle protects Train Steward's life. I think we let this ride. Okay. Top floor is pretty much unlocked. I will say Silent Sentinel will not be able to tank for long here. He's doing his best. Okay, we have the Ascend. Bloody Moon is active somewhere. We're going to go ahead and pop this downstairs just to get rid of that. It's fine. So I can ascend here. The question is, can I find damage shield? I can. So what we can do, make it full moon, right? Give her damage shield. Bring Selene Acolyte upstairs, right? And we're feeling much better about that. Moon Pixie is not long for this world. That's okay. Here we go. We're just playing out units. We're otherwise okay. Great. Okay, we have something on middle, which is important. It baits Archean. Great. We should cleanly win this now. I just need to go into full moon, cleans the floor up. Yeah, great. Cool. I don't have to think too hard about this. Great. Good. Excellent. I think this is not like how we want it to look in the end, but I think it does get there. We can play out the Calcified Ember for free. The rest of this is acceptable. I have decent heals here. Obviously, we can just also shoot out the sniper, the sycophant. Here, we'll just zap it. Great. My goal basically is to make sure I don't lose my Selene Acolyte to the Wonders. That is Spikes 2. Here, we just send this guy to the Shadow Realm. Great. We're out. Sure, regen. Good. Continue to go into full moon. Good stuff. We'll let this tick down. Rage goes down again. This should be free. It absolutely is free. Great. I just press end turn. None of these buttons matter. Good. We get 10 health from Bone Dog. Love that. Excellent. Huge swing here. This makes such a big difference. Oh, buddy, man, all this is so important. Heavenfall is incredible if I can get Pixie on the floor. We have the phase control to make this work. Tidal turning is also great if we can get Pixie on the floor. We didn't see phase blessing. Very reliant on conduit scaling. Stardust Invocation, by the way, is just Moon Cycle, right? It says phase on the card, so pretty important as well. I don't think we'll take the... I don't think we take Invocation here, thinking about this. I think it's always going to be either the Healing or Heavenfall. Heavenfall is great, but pushes me a little bit too much, in my opinion, towards Ember. Let's think about this. My Ember situation is 1, 2, 3, 4, which is doable. I don't actually need any more. I think we can get away with space if I can go to magic shops largely. Well, we have the opportunity for it. This trinket shop does have money. We don't have a lot of money right now. And the alcove, we have an overstack potential, right? Savagery event would be nuts on Silent Sentinel. I would just give him Titan Skin 5. So, I mean, now granted, that would require me to take Ember because it adds a +1 deployable. But I think the play is Tidal turning. And we take space. Oh, is it... might just be Ember, and then we attempt to jam the floor together. Having to find damage shield so that she doesn't die. I tell you what, you know they thought about this, right? You know that they looked at this and they said, how do we be as obnoxious as possible with the overstacking? Right? The other problem is I really need to get Bone Dog on the floor for the next several rings so that he lives. I think that's pretty important. I think it's got to be space. There's so much choreography required here to make this dance-off work, and needing to find the intrinsic on gravity plus other things is crazy talk. Is there a world I could take space and Ember and no draw? Oof. I mean, I guess hopefully I'm not relying on incants if that's the case. That might be okay. It's never Ember now if I do it. I want to be able to assemble this squad here very quickly. There's a lot of combats on Ring 4 and otherwise that threaten the top floor only setup though. That's true. That's like an actual concern. Assembling this is going to be really difficult is the problem. We have all the pieces, so if I can get my floor set up, we have all the pieces we need. I need Ember generation. Odie's Totem might have actually been good here, right? Well, it would have been terrible, and I would have had to take Ember anyway, but +1 Ember every turn would have been good. That's not a real decision, though. I think it would have caused me more problems. It would have probably killed me, right? I would have lost at this point if I had taken it, so... Tidal turning or Heavenfall. Really tough call. Heavenfall is very good. Requires some -1s to support. I think we can get away with that on the Magic Shop side. We're going to go, what, Magic Steel here, almost certainly, I think. It might be... Trinket Steel? I think we take Tidal turning, we go for space here, and we attempt to set this up. Test Subject Alpha could be the pickup. I know that's adding 2 Ember that I can't afford to play right now, but my thought process is, well, how can he address... How is he addressing Dominion's problems? Meat Hook is Days. That could address Dominion's problems. Meat Hook might actually just be better. grab Meat Hook. Meat Hook has the interesting thing of being a pretty good endless target, actually. He dies, and then he comes back, and you get his ability again. You could endless dualism him, and he's stupid, but that's a pretty... I mean, think about it. Put this in perspective, right? Would you play Tiresome Climb for 1 Ember every turn? The answer is almost certainly yes. You would happily play Tiresome Climb every turn. Now, this requires more investment, right? Endless and the dualism, but that's basically the same thing, right? Just you yank instead of ascend. Kind of interesting. I'm going to grab Meat Hook. I think that's correct. Space. I think it's space here. It's one of the few times I've taken space instead of Ember here. Now, where do we go right now? Great question. My magic shop upgrades, there's value. Remove consume I can take. Intrinsic I can take. I think we go, bizarrely enough, trinket shop though. As weird as this is, there's a lot of things we could hit that help here. Vola's tuning fork makes secret ingredients free. Huh. Shattered Halo's weird. Crown of the Eternal, absolutely not. Let's look at this alcove real quick. We have the overstack already if we need it. Spike of the Legion, Waxen Spike, or Awoken's Rail Spike. Awoken's Rail Spike is kind of just disgusting no matter when you have it. It's pretty much a guaranteed snap click here. This card is literally free and potentially just wins the run if I can formulate an infinite out of it, which is easy to do. You just need a minus... You just need to remove consume -2 it and then dupe it a bunch of times. So this could just be the W right here. The question is Spike of the Legion ever better? Conduit... Lifesteal, I could put Mix onto it. These are certainly options. Interesting question. I think it is just the Awoken's Rail Spike, and it's not particularly close. There's options for the Propagate, but I don't think it's that big of a play. I am just going to go in on Lunar Steward. I might have considered the Conduit pivot here, actually, but we have at least some moon cycling, so this provides just raw stats that I appreciate, and it buffs Selene Acolyte. The real question is, do I reroll or do I just take Vola's? We're asking the question of, hey buddy, how do I play more cards in a turn? And it turns out making my mixes free is pretty good. I'm just going to purchase it because it's available. Obviously, this doesn't benefit Witchweave, bummer, but that's okay. Now, where am I going from here? It's probably the steel shop, so my money is high value, so we'll save. Sure, I'm fine with this. Okay. Heaven's Seal on Scarred Sentinels. Can I push this? I think we can. This is Corrin the Judge with Quick. I don't fear this. It's a really good roll for me. I think Curse Boys with Kel would have made this hell on Earth. But we did pretty okay otherwise. Yeah, this just looks good, doesn't it? I get her on the floor immediately, and then we start immediately getting the moon cycle. I could have sent Meat Hook up, but I think the most important thing here is that I'm able to... What? I think the most important thing here is... What? I'm trying to think. Getting Bone Dog on the floor. I don't want to ascend here. I guess we just save this health, right? That's fine. And then we sit on the rage for the moment, I think. Give me Bone Dog. Hey, Bone Dog. All right, brother, let's go. Bone Dog, you must live. All right, incredible news. Now I could ascend and feel okay with it. So let's do it. Who do I put the conduit on? I don't want it in front. I'm gonna put it in on that floor itself. This lets me ascend Meat Hook now, which is great. Yes. Bottom floor, he's doing decent. Great work, buddy. There's a strong argument for endless dualism on Overworked Assistant, and then he can just be my floor that answers literally anything else, which is pretty fun. We're going to play out both stewards here. I'm going to take the mix. There's no incant upstairs, so we'll play it downstairs. Lifesteal, sure, great. Cool. Now we have some scaling upstairs, which is fine. Can I get Collector here? Maybe. We definitely want to click the moon cycle here. The real question, in my opinion, here is how do I stop this guy from killing me with Heaven Seal to my Pyre? There's a few ways we can approach this. I could just draw 3 cards and see what we hit. I could give up the Collector to do it. We're only doing 1 here. There's no way I can generate the conduit on this floor. I can daze this guy, but it's not dualism, so I don't get a free turn upstairs. He basically pummels me if I don't kill him here, which is difficult to do. Even if I go in on Rage 8, Rage 12, good rolls there, that puts, what, an extra... that's 8, 16 damage on the floor. It doesn't actually get the kill. This guy's going to wallop me, it looks like. Yeah, this guy wallops me. I think we give up the ghost here, and we draw 2. It's a real bummer hit on this Bloody Moon, huh? Okay, so one way we can do it is we can go Goliath Infusion in front here, and then we fish for... Okay, I was going to say we can fish for purple, but we don't get purple. They give me the Collector, though, which is an interesting wrinkle. Purple meant I could have gotten a melee weakness and gotten this kill. So, TLDR, this guy's going to wallop me, absolutely. But he's like, what, 4 hits? Yikes. Okay, fair enough. Well, I think we take the Collector if they're going to show it to me like this. So, okay, fine. Now they show me purple. Let's grab this for next turn. I think it'll be relevant. And then this damage does nothing, so we hit him upstairs. Okay, there was always the spell weakness angle, but I don't have enough spell damage, and I drew the Bloody Moon off of the... What's it? The Awoken Rail Spike, so it's unplayable here. The Daze doesn't do much, I don't think. Just Advanced Daze. I kind of wish he did damage with this, but... Alright, we're not dead, right? He's gonna take 45 a round, so he takes... Obnoxiously, he takes 4 hits, which is 24 Pyre damage. Bummer. Alright, fair enough. Yep. Okay. Sucks. You hate to see it. Didn't get my other Overworked Assistant. That's a problem. We see the Vampire's Tooth here. I think we can get the Slay. I get it by just playing the Moon Ritual, which is funny. We'll click it, because I think I need to click it. It does kill him, which is impressive. I think we're going to hold the melee weakness. We're going to sit on this. Oh, man, Rooted is also another option. Basically, purple was the key to avoiding that Pyre damage, but we saw blue instead. It gave us the Collector, but it cost us 24 Pyre health, which sucks, but fair enough. 6, 8, 8, 8. So Moon Pixie lives, right? That's true. And with that in mind, I just shoot, right? We just shoot here, and it's great. It gets us out of that floor. Top floor, I don't have to do anything fancy. We have lifesteal. Okay, we killed this man, which is good. Alright, we're at least pushing through these guys now, which is important. I see the other overworked assistant. He's going to work on this floor for sure. We can't afford the Vengeful Shards, not that anything really matters here anyway. Part of the Pact is good. We continue to incant down here. Melee weakness, great. We're going to be hyper leaning into this. Sap 2. Rooted 1 is the same to me, so it doesn't matter. Sap 3, fine. This is basically being held for Curran right now. 25 keeps the floor alive. Top floor is cleared. The days doesn't matter. Great. Okay, fine. Okay. Incoming Curran. This is the scary play. Now, I do think we go big heal. We're going to go full moon upstairs. I'm going to pop one of these guys down here, the healer particularly. And then we get the title turning upstairs, which I value. I'm going to... Interesting. I guess I'll heal here. I will incant him. I guess I'll play out the Shield Steward. We have the Ember for this. This mid floor looks devastating, but I think we can chew through it. I could potentially just root out and kill a man here. It does just kill him, right? Rooted the next time. Okay, yeah, it doesn't tick down. Sure, I'll just kill that guy. Great. Let's fish. Unstable will pop some of these guys, I appreciate. We'll fish again. Okay, if we see another rooted, I actually think this is kind of huge. So we'll do this. Thanks, Mix. Very neat. Good. Man dies. Great work. All right, cool. We could just ascend Curran, which kills both of them. Yeah, right? This is just way better. We easy win this now. Cool. Right? It's just actually free. We get the free days here. We'll sap it. I guess it doesn't actually matter. None of this matters. Cool. We get out. Bone Dog is giving us more health. Great work, Bone Dog. His random health is huge here, actually. Here, zap it. Haha, 14. Good. Cool. Press enter. Alright, we do enough damage in Relentless here. I'm looking for multi-strike or something. Bone Dog is saving the day right now. Oh man, Heavenfall. We don't have any conduit generation except Moon Pixie, which is, you know, a little bit reliant on it. Moonrise is good. Ember generation, phased in full moon, moon cycle, free. Calcified Ember sucks, but this card is good. Heavenfall is tempting, but it's very reliant on getting Moon Pixie to slot into the floor. I think we take Moonrise here. It's okay. It's okay. Organ Harvester. Horrify is how... Yes, Horrify. Dominion, please. Go away, champ. Alright, we're going to go left. We got the money. We're looking for big upgrades. Yes, there's a lot of things I could benefit from here. Dualism is going into... I know what you're thinking. I'd love to put it in Moon Pixie. I think it's Overworked Assistant and it's not particularly close. I think it's him with Endless, and we use him to massacre the floor that... all the other floors. So give him Dualism. It's crazy, but yes. Smidgestone. No. The plus 20 here is... who matters more? Lunar Priestess needs this. Yes, Lunar Priestess needs this. We put the conduit on her as well. This will matter. Spin here. Yo, multi-strike and Endless. It's online. Okay, Acolyte gets the multi-strike. Absolutely. Endless goes into Overworked Assistant. I mean, this guy is going to save our run. This man, this is an easily slept on unit. This unit is cracked. Incredible. I even get a chance for the reanimate here. Is there a pick here? This is just like put this on Bone Dog in case he dies, pretty much. I guess I'll look at the banner. I'm not taking the Shade Guard from here. We have too much going on. We're actually in an okay space on Ember, believe it or not. I don't need additional banner units that badly. Meat Hook can come online pretty much whenever, so we skip here, look at the alcove, see what we roll. Man, terrible. Absolutely terrible events. This is the worst event. Random consumables. Okay, what can this be? Pyre shards on Awoken? Do I want random spikes? No. Stygian is Urchin Spines. It's not terrible. Is there another one here? I think it's just Urchin Spines. Pyreborn is Pyre Gel. I mean, I'll take this, right? Pyre Cask is a good spell. You can put this on anything. It's like... Yeah, it's a good card. We'll grab that, sure. Fine. Alright, generally terrible. Do I purchase Reanimate? Ah, good. The magic shop has boons here. That's nice. There's also a value in the arm shop. Remember, we're not benefiting from Attuned Whetstone yet. I'm looking for something like, I don't know, a Mage Blade pickup or something, but we haven't seen it. I did skip Organ Harvester, but I think I had to for Horrify. Too important. So Magic Shop is coming up next with the money and the Vortex. This is good. I'm going to put Reanimate on Bone Dog just to make sure my lad doesn't pass away. Yeah. We'll put it on Bone Dog here. I think that's a good addition. Now we move on. Alright, huge value. I feel so much stronger here. We should be able to pretty comfortably tank the Mark of Invasion here. Yes, also the money is hugely valuable. Undying one is fine. Quotos. Which one would be worse? I think we would handle Quoto better. So Undying one's a little bit harder, but fine. Alright, so Silent Sentinel, Big Tiny Man, Eka, Lunar Priestess comes online here too. Actually, I can start putting Priestess in front of Eka because she has more health, but it doesn't really matter. This is, the floor gets assembled. True, right? It's this simple, I think. Multi-strike clears out the Wretches, which is good. I'll play the Vengeful Shard. It's fine. I may as well kill some dudes on middle. Right? Gets rid of their Extinguish triggers. So seems okay. Taking a lot in terms of corruption here, which is not ideal. I can do one Overworked Assistant here, and then we ping one guy out. This kills the back lines, which is neat. I definitely want to go into new Full Moon here. I think this is just the Calcified Ember play, and then we fish on Secret Ingredient. I'll take Rage here. We can scale our back line when we need to. Sure. We're eating a lot in terms of corruption. Not ideal, but I think we can ascend past this. We should easily clear this, I think. We will play important cards. So, Overworked Assistant goes middle, right? Then we can toss the Pyre Cask here. Huge swing, right? Just a lot of value. Random incants go downstairs. So we definitely put It's Alive down. We go into... Who's the one that has? Doesn't matter, there's no spikes here. We'll go ahead and push into Full Moon, clearing this floor out. We spend all of the rest of the time incanting on middle. Right? Get him. Then we play Meat Hook at this point, and it kills the man in front, which is extremely good. This is like... 24 doesn't seem like a lot, but if he gets popped on all here... Like, look at this. Watch this combat play out, right? He gets hit, and it's multiple 24 hits. That's enough to clear pretty much any backline. My man just comes in, and we just give him pretty much anything we need, right? It's like, okay, let's just incant 1, incant 2. Great, he clears the floor at this point. I'm going to Horrify upstairs. I guess it doesn't save too much damage because we have quick. We have quick. True. Let's hit that Awoken Rail Spike on middle. See who we roll. We don't roll any good targets. It's okay, I'll put a Spear Steward in. Why not? Continue incanting. We will go into Full Moon here. Damage Shield 1 prevents 21 damage coming in. I think we clicked this. Do I? I need to get the Lifesteal Sanguine Assistant out. It's true. I do need that. Here, I can give him 9 health. That's actually probably enough. And we sit on the rest of this, and that's okay. Sure. Alright, good. I mean, like, yeah, Overworked Assistant is just tremendous value. Tremendous value. It is Bone Dog time. The Dream. I can just do this on bot mid floor. Oh no, my guys get sapped to 0. How afraid am I of this? The answer is not really afraid. Lifesteal's pretty good pickup here. Cool, I'm actually going to put this in front, I think. My man benefits so much from this. And then we are in Full Moon already. I don't actually think I care. We're going to go ahead and Moon Cycle again anyway, even though it costs me this. Gotta be careful with that Face the New Moon thing. It desyncs what I want to have happen here, so interesting. Great. This is for sure Sanguine Assistant. Interesting. Interesting. I could bring Meat Hook upstairs, which is not a bad idea. I don't mind that we get the swing here, though. He gets the lifesteal play. Interesting. I do think... I think we want to continue to incant here, right? This is good, in my opinion. The Unstable is a nice play. I can push this into a different unit and clear more things out. We do continue to sap. This is just like value to me, in my opinion. I don't care if I do no damage. Top floor, I think I actually leave alone. I don't want to sap out. I could ascend this lad. He will sap me upstairs if I do that, which is a bummer. But I think we get out if I do it, right? Like, it's fine. True. True. And then Moon Pixie can land in here now. Not that it really matters, but sure. We do want to keep it in Full Moon, so we won't Moon Cycle again. I think we chill on this right now. Yes. Acceptable. Okay, fine. Meat Hook. Meat Hook. Vampire's Tooth. Let's go. Alright, my guy. Now, I think we're definitely going into Full Moon here, right? Just for sure. Man, what? Sap 7? I only played one card upstairs. Did it count the trigger as being upstairs? And then sap both, and then I get double sapped? Weird. That feels like more sap than I was expecting here. Well, okay, fair enough. I'll still Moon Cycle here into this. I'm gonna go ahead and yank this lad forward and then push it back. And then continue incanting here. I'll keep on rage, that's fine. Continue incanting. Sure. We'll save this for next time, I think. Right, the Daze is not gonna... Unfortunately, he is gonna reanimate Resolve. I think we get out of this, though. Closer than anyone wanted. That's certainly true. We can boost this again with... Yeah, okay, this helps a bit. Lifesteal does matter. I will fish on this. Yeah, okay, lifesteal does matter. Great. We managed to keep the lad among the living, which is very exciting. And Bone Dog continues to scale too. Cool. Okay. The corruption is very dicey here. It shows it's a small showcase of how scary this will be on Dominion if we're not addressing him earlier. So, yes. Things to keep in mind is how do we address this? My answer is we can daze the absolute ever-living heck out of him, right? So, Horrify, go to magic shops, big, right? Thank you, Bone Dog. Doing great work. Luna Cycle Staff is probably the equipment pick here. We can scale this to reasonable levels. Yes. Another Horrify. Or Replicator Ray. I don't have a lot of equipment, though. I think we just go for Horrify Density here. This is acceptable. Alright. That Lunar Cycle Staff is free. We're going to go left. Double stacks are huge. Spell chains are huge. Great. Spell chain into Horrify? Absolutely. Yes. This is just going to be the pick. Removals are also pretty important. There are random cards that are slowing me down quite a bit. What's better, Shield Steward or Spear Steward? Probably Shield Steward because I am having a weird random middle floor sort of assemble a little bit. We'll decide on that in a second. We are just going to go ahead and Spell Chain Horrify here. -2 consume. What do you cut? What is the cut? It's not Bloody Moon. I actually like this card. 20 consume is better. I'll put that in 1 Witch Weave. -2 in consume, huh? Looking for a +10 on Bloody Moon. It's never the permafrost here. I'm okay with 0 cost incants because I need them for my guy, so we'll just spin on this. Double stack, sure. Yeah, I mean, it's not intrinsic, but this is quad. This is quad days, which is huge. I need to dupe this card now. 1-2 dupes, Magic Shop, Steel Shop. Okay, yeah, fine. Good, I'm into it. Good, we're going to go ahead and Horrify double stack. This card is hugely important. The -1 +10 goes into Bloody Moon here. This card is just really important. Very efficient. Holy Stone. I mean, I don't hate the Holy Stone. What's coming up? I do have Pyre Remain alignment, which is good. Important. We get to cut some trash. Also important. Also very important. Spells are good. Units are not. Let's cut Spear Stewards. They are obnoxiously difficult to play. They're not the worst, but they're not the best. They go away here. Okay, I think we can get away with card draw as well, which is important. Main question is, do I take the Holy Stone for a one-time off on, like, 3 health Awoken's Railspike here? Might be on Tidal Turning instead, actually. Just let it be. 3 health per combat. It does add up. We're not going to have a lot of money, though, if I do this. We're not going to have a lot of money, though, if I do this. I think we purchase another Purge to clean this up just a smidge. And I also think we have to play bottom Kale? I think so, right? We can get away with it. Space lets me do this. I'm not reliant on gravity at all. Okay, I think we take 1 removal and we move on. We don't take Holy Stone. Okay, fine. Yes, I must take the Titan trial. I'm over here looking at this trial like it's a decision. Okay. Bottom floor play. Yes. Silent Sentinel, Eka, Acolyte, Priestess, and Frontier. Cycle Staff is going into my only unit with multi-strike. Acceptable. I think We sacrifice. Man, Moon Pixie is so good on this floor. I'm going to play him. Play it normally on this floor. We'll put Fire Cask on the boss here. It just sweeps out everything, right? We're worried about corruption, but it's not the worst, right? I can bait Kale with Overworked Assistant, which I will do. It's interesting. I could descend. I do get It's Alive here, which is good, but I am moon cycling into full moon, regardless. Regen. We're going to be playing in on this, I think. I'm not going to... I want to bait on middle, so we're going to just not incant him. Sure, more secret ingredient. This is one way of getting around it. The regen is good, and then we'll look for... I don't care about spikes. My goal is I need to find... Reanimate, I think. Thank you, buddy. Great work. Anyway, here's Sanguine Assistant. I actually think we take Sanguine Assistant and we take Meat Hook. Right? We just Meat Hook here. And then we daze the boss, and it's actually just significantly better. We will go into Full Moon, of course. I can just heal my lad. It's fine. The rest of this is clean as well. I'm going to avoid taking Pyre damage, and I am going to continue to daze the boss here, and we're going to chill on this. Okay, so I think we can pull off a victory. I need to keep Bone Dog among the living, if at all possible. We will continue to daze the boss. We go into Full Moon. It's good. Overworked Assistant randomly goes and chills upstairs. Our goal is basically to bait as much as is possible. Okay, this is good, promising. We want to hit that Moon Ritual first. Then we want to hit the Moonrise, so we Moon Cycle and stay. I was like, I can descend a unit here, but I don't want to. I don't think there's a real reason to do it. We continue healing our lad, at least. I'll eventually see Reanimate. That's good. Heart of the Pact doesn't matter. Incants don't really matter. Sure. So, I will tell you what, getting Pixie on this floor is pretty good. Play out the Calcified Ember here for sure. Continue healing. We go into Full Moon. Secret ingredients, spam, regen 10, sure. Reanimate 2 at long last. Meat Hook, give him the daze. Alright, looking decent. I think we can push this. Yeah, I think we just keep clicking Horrify when we draw it, right? And that's pretty decent. The rest of this doesn't really matter right now. Yeah, I think this wins, for sure, right? We go into Full Moon, we play the Vengeful Shard, we toss Horrify spam out. We then fish on the regen or reanimate whenever we see it, because the real threat here is the corruption. And we get Bone Dog anyway. Great job. Okay, cool. I tell you what, I really like having that conduit on the floor. Really appreciate it. It's good, it turns out. Tome of Horrors is a good card. Tome of Horrors is a good card. Okay. I think we have to card draw. Just going to be clear with you. I think I have to card draw, or I'm losing. Great. I think we're going to the magic side here. Reasons. Holdover is still valid. Intrinsic is still valid. Higher health is critical. Huge healing. Incredible news. Holdover is important. This goes into the other Horrify, in my opinion. I couldn't remove consume perma make it cheaper. Oh man, remove consume -2 on Tome of Horrors is a really good incant card, as it turns out. That's 140, which leaves me 85 on the reroll. It's possible I could afford something on the reroll here. It's possible. I'm just going to go in on Moon Cycle at this point. It's fine. We're getting enough value from it that it's good enough. Here's the question. What's more important to me? Finding an intrinsic? It's coming up. Steel Shop. Finding an intrinsic or just immediate value guaranteed? Intrinsic would be pretty huge, but we're not guaranteed it. It could just be permafrost holy stone or who knows what. At a minimum, we can benefit from making it -1. It's a difficult decision. I don't have a lot of Ember right now, is the main problem I'm facing. There's alternatives, which is I could just remove Consume on Moonrise. This now says gain Ember. This makes a holdover. I already took a holdover, so it's not going to be this. It makes a spell chain decent. It says +6/+6 to the floor. Wouldn't be able to really use the spell chain otherwise. I could also go in on the Awoken Railspike Infinite Attempt. I don't think we have enough card removal to make this doable at this point. Too many garbage cards. So I don't think that's worth it. This is just a free burn. I'm going to go ahead and remove Consume on the Moonrise, actually, and then re-roll from here so that the -1 is always good enough. Yeah. And then we Horrify here, and this is fine. Okay, that's solid. And that's spent pretty much all of our money. I get a dupe now. Now you may be asking, geez, how do I avoid losing? The answer is I need to dupe this Horrify that is double stacked. I need the density on this very badly. 1 or 2 procs of corruption from Dominion, not a big deal. Too many procs of corruption from Dominion, very big deal. So we're going to duplicate this super critical card. Yes. All right, good job. Moving on. Okay, I think we have this, right? -1. This sucks a lot. This sucks really badly. This means I can't play all my units. Who do I lose by playing it this way? I could delay Silent Sentinel. What, Herald Rax? I can potentially daze out. This is a bad trial for me, but boy do I want money. This means all of my 3-costers are unplayable. I think we're okay. I'm going to click it. I think this money is too valuable to skip. It's probably the worst one for me. All right, so if we're going to give up anything, I'll tell you right now, it needs to be Silent Sentinel, which is not ideal, but fair enough. Now, big problems are, I think, we can ascend the Herald and punch him with Meat Hook. Yes, then we can go Unworked Assistant and do a single incant downstairs to clear this out. Couldn't do this in the other order because the Herald would have prevented the incant, right? Okay, fine. And I already have an Unstable now, which is a good secure moment, so that's good. I do want Moon... Oof, it's tough. Who's more important to me? I'm going to play Bone Dog middle, and we're going to gamble on ascending him because he has Reanimate. We get the Pixie upstairs instead. We will go into Full Moon here. I can generate Ember on this turn, which is pretty impressive, actually. Base tank, I'll get the Sanguine Assistant and the card draw here. The incant does not matter. I will take 1 hit here, see what we roll. Sure, mix. Great. Unstable is a security choice that I'm happy about. Okay, fine. Going forward. We get the Collector, which is great. Here's Overworked Assistant again. Here's Silent Sentinel. He's pretty important. We will kill the guy downstairs and back to avoid incanting this floor too much. I get Vampire's Tooth up top. We go into Full Moon. We have the Collector. We now incant to the best of our ability. Unstable 10 guarantees I can get past the next Herald, which I will chill with. I'll just take Unstable 15 then. Good. Pushing 99 damage thanks to this man going completely bananas. This looks pretty okay so far. Herald, online. I think we play the assistant and we give up the ghost on this. I just put the unstable down at this point, which I think is correct. We will go into Full Moon, of course. I do have Horrify on lock now. I will click it. Good on middle. I think we're pushing numbers upstairs. Incants don't do anything. True. I guess I will just play other stuff here. See what we see. Regen. Rage is probably it, actually. Sure. Seems good. Heal my guy on middle. And then we ascend Bone Dog. As was foretold. Great. This reanimate 1 on Bone Dog, huge value, by the way. Huge value. Clearing the Herald is important. Okay, we get through that. Great work. Bring back the Overworked assistant. He's important. Upstairs, cleared. Good. We're going to go into Full Moon. Actually, we're going to come downstairs, hit him with the Moonrise. Then go into... Ah, man, I did it in the wrong dang order again. It doesn't really matter here. I do think there is strong value in just spamming incants downstairs. I actually, thanks to Lunar Rise, can play the Tome of Horrors, but I'm going to avoid Pyre damage where possible. I'm going to daze back the guy on bottom there. That's good. He's only dying a couple times, which is surprising. I guess it makes some sense because of the Gladiator being dazed now, but fun. Okay, sure. We're all right. Good. Great news. Scary man, but he's alive, which means we're clearing the Herald anyway. Great job. Now we go into New Moon. Hit him with the Moonrise. Haha. But we do get the Bloody Moon as well, so I can continue to incant pretty comfortably. Great. Daze is your friend here. True. Full health upstairs. I could actually take the Tidal Turning now up top, which is great, in my opinion. Random incants do a lot of work downstairs. We click those. We Tidal Turning upstairs. I think that's well worth it. Huge. And then I play out the Curse, and I think we are golden here, right? We let it swing. We managed to get this kill. This double heavy wave is the most concerning, but that's alright. We daze Rax a lot of times. We're not going to kill the Purified Souls because I do not want the Shield Steward tanking all of these daze stacks. So we do just spam daze on Rax and let the Purified Souls kill us. Actually pretty important, I think. Go into Full Moon, yes. This actually is a really good Overworked Assistant middle. Yes, actually. Then we can do Incant 1, Incant 2, continue to go damage shield, I guess. Incant 3, Rage 8, great. It's a lot of free damage. Then we go into New Moon, and we chill here. That's a lot of free damage on the floor that I'm very happy about. And we will let the Purified Souls kill our man, we can deal with them with Sweeper upstairs. We just go Vengeful Shard to avoid damage, continue daze stacking, top floor gets rage stacking to the best of our ability if they show it to us. Great. I go into Full Moon, which will kill everything. I'll click the rage stacking here. We should be in great shape. Don't play Overworked Assistant, the hero. Good. All I have to do here is go into Full Moon, and we absolutely sandblast this floor. And then we ascend the boss and lose the run. Cool, press end turn, free. Alright, we get out of it with very finicky Ember management. I actually think the remove consume on Lunar Echo, or whatever that card is called, was useful. I'm very pleased with that. Where is this card? Where'd I put it? Yeah, Moonrise, that's what it's called. Cool, we take no damage, and Bone Dog has put us at 129 max health, which is incredible. Eclipse Chamber is the first room we're shown that I care about to some extent. It scales Silent Sentinel, it's not what we want. Ritual Tome is excellent in general. Moonrise is probably more excellent, though, if I'm being real with you. Another one of these is great. It's a phase card. It says Ember. I'm going to click that, yes. Spike of the League is pretty hard to argue with. Organ Harvester, huh? That's Spike of the League, and it's not particularly close, right? Acid Shower is a good card too, but I think Spike of the League is just really good here. We're going to go left. The dupe is very powerful, and I could still use some upgrades. I don't need them that badly, I suppose. We could go Arm Shop. How do we feel about Arm Shop? Arm Shop lets us hunt for like Mage Blade and then merge it into the Cycle Staff. Maybe we take a room card finally for Planetarium. I actually think the Arm Shop is pretty dope here. Removals are nice, cap off our health. I'm okay with the state of my main units. It's just Pixie and Bone Dog that aren't capped out. We have the Overworked Assistant, sure. I'll go to the Arm Shop. I think it's correct. Unstable explosions deal twice as much damage. Turns out I'm going to click that, but I'm going to look at everything first. You know, I'll be real, Fight Club is just legit. Isn't Hall of Mirrors broken with Overworked Assistant? I just put it bottom floor and then we double incant him? Huh. True, right? True. Free incants are decent. Cut the Shield Steward, and then I think the rest of this is just what is the worst incant. And I actually think the answer is maybe... I don't think we're cutting a Gravity. Right, I thought about it for a hot moment. So I think it is Witchweave, generic Witchweave. I think that's true, right? I think that's true. First of all, let's go Unstable Explosions deal twice as much damage. Math. It checks out. Good. Alright, next. I think Hall of Mirrors is disgusting here. Good. Now, do I click Fight Club for $40 with the possibility I do not see anything else that is better? On the reroll. Planetarium is better, right? But I might not see it on the reroll. Enchanted Room is better, but I might not see it on the reroll. Verdict. I click Fight Club just because it might be the best thing I see. Okay, reroll. It is, in fact, the best thing I see. Now, we do have the opportunity to merge Organ Harvester here into Cycle Staff, which is free. It's free real estate. That does mean that our Organ Harvester, our Slayer, is going to truly slay an astronomical amount. That's probably pretty good. I think Boiler Room is also a serious consideration here. Except I think Hall of Mirrors is better. Boiler room is so much ember, but I don't think I need that much ember. Who's my other removal? I still don't know. I was saving it in case I was replacing Fight Club. I think we still could replace Fight Club with Boiler Room, but let's do the thing I know I want to do first, which is Organ Harvester Fusion on Luna Cycle Staff. Good. Good. Okay, great news. Man, I'm telling you what, that trial on Ring 7 is so huge. I needed that money really badly. This would be such a depressing Ring 8 otherwise. This merged equipment pops out on turn 1. Great. We get Moon Cycle scaling, which is enough. Slaying for Reanimate. She's going to have a bazillion Reanimate stacks. Very comfortable. Boiler Room is a serious argument. We could cut Fight Club, take Boiler Room. Fight Club is good, by the way. If this were Savagery, I think Savagery Seraph specifically, I might go with Fight Club. I actually think Boiler Room may just be better. I know what you're thinking. Why don't I take Boiler Room and play it with Overworked Assistant? Let me be real with you. We're gonna play Hall of Mirrors on Overworked Assistant because that just literally doubles his value, which means we've quadrupled his value from Nefarious Overflow. He may just be blowing up heavies. Like, he might actually just crush so hard here. Like, but Boiler Room upstairs is pretty tempting. Anything that leaks through and goes to top is going to strongly fuel our ability to play future cards. Possibly more than Fight Club does. The opportunity cost is basically it prevents me from purging here. There is no deployable that I can afford that I would take here. I have no Ember for it. I would just deployable something and it does nothing. So the answer is basically I get a purge. Actually, I can technically purge and Boiler Room here, which is pretty huge. So that's pretty cool, actually. Fascinating. Zero cost incants are pretty good. They're very good, in fact. If I have Boiler Room, I can maybe get away with it. I'm actually going to cut a Gravity here. I'll leave one in. This is fine. It's a rough incant. Now I get to decide between Boiler Room for $40 or not. And then I get to remove maybe the other one. What do you think? Leave a comment. Let me know. Boiler Room or Fight Club? It's a difficult decision. I think that there's argument. Fight Club is already in my deck, which is good. Means a removal opportunity cost is I get to cut a Witch Weave here, which is pretty cool. That cleans up and improves the deck quality. Alternatively, you take Boiler Room, you cut Fight Club, and by the way, Bone Dog, hero of our time, Bone Dog here. I've gotten so much value from Bone Dog in this run. I feel so comfortable in the Titans thanks to him. Way more than his pendant would. This is the perfect argument for Bone Dog here. I really love the buffs and changes to this event. He's so valuable right now. Anyway, Boiler Room or Fight Club? I'm gonna stick with Fight Club, I think. I think we're okay. I'm going to stick with Fight Club, and we get to cut a Witch Weave here. Oh, am I? Am I? Yeah, I am. There's a lot of arguments for it. Let me go through them while I'm doing this action. But basically, the first thought is that Titans, I think we're going to clear most of the waves with Overworked Assistant, and the same is true for Dominion. I think we're not going to get as many slays on the floor with Selene Acolyte as we would like. So with that in mind, I think Fight Club provides more immediate value on Entropy, on Dominion Seraph. Just a lot of argument there. It's true. 100%. We move on. Great. Hall of Mirrors is the play for everything else. Unfortunately, we're not wealthier. I would love to have purchased, I don't know, like Deepwood Oil and some other stuff, but it's just the sin of not playing Pyreborn, I guess. I can't afford anything else, right? Removals, no, we did our best. I'm not buying Boiler Room. Great. Okay, we're going to take some corruption here. We offset this with Moon Cycle, so I'm not upset about it, right? It's fine. We're going to take a hit, and that will be acceptable. 4 Ember means I can play comfortably everything out. Good. Maybe I top deck days. You never know, right? We actually top deck days. The game is just free. An unbelievable roll. Now, I do want to... We are going to incant downstairs. Fantastic. Great. He just kills most everything. Cool. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and horrify the boss to 4 days. That gives me a lot of coziness here. I want to play Meat Hook instead of anything else. And I'm just going to continue to incant downstairs because it very nearly kills this Blightbound Guardian. This guy, by the way, is going to crush. For anyone keeping track, he is out of this world. Cool. Anyway, here's... the other Horrify is on top, which is nonsense. Here's Hall of Mirrors. You want to see something cool? Good. Here, hit him with the incants. This is what we're all really here for. Overworked Assistant clears a complete floor, which is just disgusting for anyone keeping track. Sure, 6 days, why not? Oh no, 6 damage on Blightbound on my guy. I'm not worried about him. Yes, good. And one of them actually lives. So, want to see something else funny? This looks good. Wait a second. Wait until I actually incant this floor for anyone keeping track. Ooh, do I even play the Fight Club? I might not. You may ask, why wouldn't you play Fight Club? And the answer is, I would like the Tome of Horrors this floor. Yeah, okay. Cool, 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 cool. Seems reasonable. Only one man dies, and the entire floor explodes. Here's a zero-cost Awoken's Rail Spike that pushes an extra 200 damage here. Decent. I will continue to conduit upstairs, though. I think it's correct. Decent. Yeah, great. Wonderful. Cool. Hit me a bunch. Amazing. Man blows up. The floor goes absolutely wild. Good. And then anyway, the lad returns. This is good. I have decided that we have done a good job. Okay, we want to go into full moon, then hit the moonrise, but we do this downstairs because we want to win the run immediately. Anyway, yeah, here's more nonsense downstairs. I think we are just killing this heavy. Great. In fact, we are actually just killing the heavy. There's no reason to take the Vengeful Shard damage here. We're pushing huge numbers. I can get more reanimate on the floor, I guess. Sure, bud. Sure. Great. Bottom floor does like a bazillion D damage. Amazing. We keep the boss dazed because we're happy about it. I go into... Doesn't matter who I click this on, really. I go into full moon, and then we bring up the Bone Dog. Amazing. Now downstairs, it's like we continue to daze on the boss. That's correct. Downstairs, it's like, I don't know, I guess I hit out a bad guy for some reason. It doesn't really matter. Here, unstable. Sure, bud. We'll continue to incant. Great. Reanimate 3. Good. I managed to keep this guy alive and back somehow. Which is the cardless copy. And I did this intentionally. Because I want to blow up everything. We will finally play Fight Club upstairs. I think it's good to do. This is going to be silly. For anyone keeping track, I think we have assembled something truly disgusting here. And I'm very excited about it. This Overworked Assistant floor is currently dominating my run. In just such glorious fashion that I don't even know why I'm playing other cards, right? What is happening? Meanwhile, my man upstairs has a bazillion D days, so he's having a bad day. We just get some random incants downstairs here. It seems decent. Cool, here's a random regen play. Look, enemies are walking on me for the first time, and it's like the triple heavy floor. It's nonsense. We don't click anything because I won't want to use all my days up, but it does kill all the important units except for the gladiator, so we're happy about it. Great work. Go team. Keep boss dazed. Good. Don't play the overworked assistant. We are currently breaking the world right now. Here, I'll heal Bone Dog. You can't stop me. Math. Good. Don't play this overworked assistant, or I actually think we kill the whole floor and we then wait out here. I'd like to make sure we freely win this, so seems good. Cool. Now we just let this walk in. I think there's no chance that the boss ever even swings on me, so that's pretty good. Horrify. Good job, champ. Great work. I don't even need to play other cards. Good job. Okay. It's out. It's over. I will, however, continue moon cycling here because that does permanently scale me. The rest of these cards do not matter. Good. Neat. Great. That was a combat against Seraph. He technically existed. I took 1 damage. Let's fight the Titans. I have 138 Pyre health. Bone Dog help you. Fiends. You stand no chance against me. I'm very excited about this. Bone Dog is actually just so huge on this. It's out of this world. Silent Sentinel has been excellent. I haven't actually needed to click his ability. The fact that he's just a 90 hit point, 1 space unit is pretty dope, though. So, huge baseline damage here. It's great. Excellent. Hall of Mirrors downstairs is fine. I'm at a point where I don't know how much I care about most of this stuff. Sap is pretty good here. Every time I can sap out the boss, I don't care. I'm just going to take this Curse of Entropy damage, I think. We draw +1. There's no reason to incant here. I'll pop the Spell Shield. I guess I'll sap him out for now. It saves some health. I have so much Pyre health, I'm not afraid right now. I'll play the Curse of Entropy, if only because I think we can time out this sap pretty quickly, right? We'll be okay. Bone Dog is not important right now. What's more important to me is surviving Dominion's corruption. That, I think, is pretty critical. So let's continue the moon cycle here. I actually think we tank with Bone Dog, and it's pretty clutch. We continue the moon cycle. We heal the lad. Fire Cask here probably belongs... where? We're going to get through Entropy because I'm sweeping. Savagery will only be on the floor so many times. I think we'll beat Dominion anyway. Let's give this Pyre Cask to Savagery. That is acceptable. Bone Dog has committed the final sacrifice to corruption here, which I'm very pleased with. We have a bad roll on when we hit our... We haven't hit our Overworked Assistant in time, but I think we're doing okay otherwise. We get the days on Savagery, which is huge. I can face tank with Sanguine Assistant, which is also huge. Very good. We're in full moon. I'm going to hit that Moonrise again. I go double Discordant Toll's Pyrolite here. I'm going to take this Curse of Entropy hit. We don't want to oversap ourselves. So, okay. Acceptable. I didn't want these miscreants getting up top, but I think we're going to have no real choice. So, I can't descend them, unfortunately. We can go... We have no units on this floor. We can go into full moon, which saves the floor at least, which is good. Vampire's Tooth saves Sentinel for now. I have a bunch of days, which is going into Savagery, pretty importantly. I'm not gonna take these discordant holes, I don't think. I don't want them sitting in my draw pile. Rage 4. Unstable 5 is not bad. Rage 4 is a pretty decent offset here. I'm just gonna play it because it's damage right away. We take this Curse of Entropy hit. This is acceptable. Okay. Fine. Corruption sucks. Let's be clear. Not a big fan of that. Okay, we do see an Overworked Assistant, which is going to land downstairs pretty comfortably. We are going to be going into... This looks terrible until we actually get the sweep active, right? Sweep swings this in a huge way. We continue to daze Savagery. I do want to play Fight Club. I think it's valuable. I could draw cards, which has value as well. Or I can horrify the boss. Now, I don't think I'm afraid of Dominion, so whatever. I think I'm going to double horrify here, so it lets me kind of solve my problems in other ways. Downstairs, we do incant. I don't really care that much. Awoken's Rail Spike, incant, doesn't matter. Upstairs, they're not even hitting me, right? They don't even swing. We have 2 hits sweeping, so it doesn't matter. They do a bazillion damage. We take the Curse of Entropy hit. This is Bone Dog's blessing as I just take these hits. It's fine. Cool. Random Assistant downstairs did excellent work. Still haven't hit him. One more card draw, I guess. Keep dazing upstairs. Great. We get to the Moon Cycle. We haven't hit any of our units, so I've bottom decked both the Key Assistant and the Pixie, which is a good test of how strong is our deck, in my opinion, right? It really makes us go, hey, wait, are we strong enough here? And fortunately, the answer is yes. I think this is Pyre into 2 reanimate up front just in case. We're pushing good numbers here. Fine. Yeah, basically the question is, can we hold down the fort in the system where we miss entirely? We do finally see all of our units incoming. Bonus damage. Conduit. Amazing. Go into Full Moon here. Great. Overworked Assistant. Meat Hook. Huge. Dazing. Continue to daze. Incant downstairs. Okay, alright. Do I just eat 9 damage? Yes, I think we just eat 9 damage. Cool. I don't actually care. This is Bone Dog's blessing. We don't have to sap ourselves at all. Amazing. Then I can play other Overworked Assistant middle, which is fun. We can continue incanting downstairs. Sure, sap is actually better here, yes. Good. I can just daze something downstairs, which is fine. You just daze one of these random guys, right? It's good. We actually keep one of the Bone Dogs, the guys in back, alive. Upstairs, of course, we go into Full Moon, which sweeps. Amazing. I can just Tome of Horrors downstairs, and this lad now goes and kills the entire floor, which is cool. I do want to incant middle so he dies. Great. Incredible. 588 damage downstairs for anyone keeping track. Cool. It's a bazillion D bits of damage. My man explodes and passes away, pushing truckloads through. We do see the accursed Herald downstairs, but let's see. Dominion is the biggest threat here, I think. I'm going to play Overworked Assistant in the back. It's fine for now. I would like to... The incants are offline thanks to this goober in the back here. That's okay, I think. We'll go into Full Moon. I played him in the back so that I could have him next turn without only one of them dying. But I'm just going to sap upstairs, and I'm going to fish for blue because this could potentially address It does something to this guy in back, I think. Ugh, it's a bummer. Here's one Horrify. Sure. And then we can Frostbite here for something. Great. Literally anything at this point. I'm still at 86 Pyre health. Great. Fine. Okay, we go into Full Moon. Come downstairs. We hit him with the Moonrise. It's good. We can daze here. Lose Meat Hook. I'm okay with it. It's alive in front. Go downstairs. Hit him with the Pyre Light. It's great. Continue incanting. Big numbers. Big numbers. I could actually push Meat Hook back if I want. It's actually fine to do it. And then Rage is acceptable. Keep the numbers upstairs. We daze the minion because he's dead next turn anyway. Great work. Last survivor probably will actually be Savagery. Looking at this, he has one more turn to make it, so fine. You maybe have asked, why would I put damage or frostbite into this guy upstairs, the Herald? The answer is I could always draw Bloody Moon and then get my triggers back, which is, let me be clear, very important. How do you live? Oh, you live because savagery. Got it, got it. Well, get dazed, goober. Oh, I could just ascend here and win, right? Great. Cool. I can just do that, and that's pretty decent, huh? Neat. Unstable is a decent roll. I can just play this on literally anything. I think we win by just playing these all. Yeah, it's fine. Here, click the ability. We did it! Silent Sentinel, no damage taken. Alright, good job. Bonk. He actually gets the slay, which is amazing. We get the win. Good job. Alright, good stuff. Overworked Assistant, huge. The value on Seraph cannot be understated. Draw order, pretty important. Keep that in mind. We bottom decked them on the Titans. This is actually very important because I think something I don't talk about perhaps as much as I'd like is, good job, Bone Dog, by the way, is that your deck needs to be able to handle the worst possible case and the worst possible draw. We handle that by having a sweeper on the floor with quick and multi-strike. It's good. It still handles the same questions. Obviously, we don't want that corruption from miscreants or other things on our Silent Sentinel, but otherwise, it's acceptable. Overworked Assistant, however, just nuked bottom floor. Absolutely shadow realmed some things. We ended up with like a 600 damage turn on Titans onto Entropy from Overworked Assistant just existing. This guy is really strong. Don't sleep on Overworked Assistant if you have any kind of incant support. Now, obviously, if you need to play him on floor, it can be a little bit more sticky because he needs to get hit and die and things, but he's quintessentially excellent, just so good at everything. This unit is awesome, especially with the dualism hit and the endless. It's awesome, really good. The other nice thing is look at my units, right? We have a large stone here. We have multi-strike quick here. We have dualism endless here. That's 5 of the major actually smidge stone too. 6 major upgrades in 3 different units. The diversity of your steel shops is really important. It means that you're gonna, if you go to a steel shop and you can take this set of upgrades, man, you're happy with literally anything they show you. So that puts you in a very strong position. And in the end, we had a very middling moon cycle run where moon cycle was not the main thing, but it was sure nice to have. And we ended up with, let's look at our merged equipment. That's 90 damage. That's not a lot. It's certainly not the best I've ever had, but it's good enough, right? With a guy that hits twice and sweeps, that's pretty solid. And the fact that it's like the reanimate is comfy, right? It's a comfy degree if something bad happens, the worst case. And it was literally free anyway, thanks to the attuned whetstone opener. So, also, Vola's really played a big role here, actually. I think it's easy to understate how impactful free secret ingredients are, especially with the Overworked Assistant angle. So, really good stuff. A lot of very good supporting cards. Scariest part may have actually been Ring 7 because I took that -1 Ember Trial and we needed it, I think. But we ramped really well into the end game, feeling great about that. So, excellent run, fantastic Bone Dog. Bone Dog heroics is the theme of this run, in my opinion. Just so confidently successful. Excellent. Perfect Bone Dog run. All right, let's go to the outpost, see if we get any cool lore. We get something. I wonder when we run out of these. We'll find out. Ardoon says, come on, give me your best shot. He's apparently dueling with fungi. All right, they're fighting. Hiya. Ardoon says, how was that? Not bad for someone so small. You got some power in that attack. But combat isn't all about offense. You need good defense too. I can't help but be squishy. I'm all mycelium and no muscle. But that's why me and my siblings came up with something clever. Fungi in a suit, bring him out. It's gotta be what they have, right? It's gotta be. Yeah, here he is. Fungi in a suit. Our lethal advantage. Incredible. You can all fit in that one piece of armor. Yeah, apparently their squishiness is their advantage. You can pack a ton of us into a single space. I like how that's the lore behind all this. Alright, not much else to really comment on here. It looks like they're talking about being ready for battle. Good lore stuff. Alright, incredible work. I will let you all go there. Excellent episode. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.